Andarki Namaskaramlu, Shubhodayam. Today is another good day for all of us. That this is the 8th day of our yoga classes as part of a 3 months certificate course on Sanatana Dharma being organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapeeth, and the chairman of Vishwa Yoga Vidyapeeth himself is teaching yoga to all of us for the last, now this is the second week going on. He is also our academic director of this course. So far we have completed 2 months of theory classes on various topics of Sanatana Dharma. Now this is the 3rd month going on, which is totally dedicated for yoga classes. Now we will start the session with Vande Mataram, then Prarthana, then we will continue with the yoga class. So let us all stand up and sing Vande Mataram along with Challa Chitti Babu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Suprajyosna pulakitayamini pullakusumita dramadala shobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. Let us request Anantanji, please chant Prarthana for us.
Hari Om, 1 minute meditation. Let us close our eyes, relax our body. Without disturbing, watch our breath. Om. 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 Om Ganana Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavin Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvannoti Viddhidasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebir Vajinivati Dhinam Avidyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroho Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru Jnananandamayan Devam निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ नमस्कार।
నమస్కారం అండి, ధన్యవాదములు. నమస్కారం అండి ప్రభు గారు.
Namaskar.
Request you to start the webinar, please.
Okay, today we'll be doing some asanas, new asanas. I will not repeat Sukshmayama, which we have completed, and basic asanas, which we have completed, and Navachakra 4 asanas, which we have completed yesterday. Today we will be doing 4 Shankha-Prakshalana asanas. Before we do the Shankha-Prakshalana asanas, I want to explain what is Shankha-Prakshalana. Shankha-Prakshalana is, Prakshalana means thorough cleaning, Shankha means the elementary canal, starting with the mouth, going into the intestines via stomach, and finally into the large intestines. It is like a Shankam. There are circulatory parts inside the intestines. At the top we have the mouth, and at the bottom we have the rectum. So to clean this Shankam thoroughly, there is a Kriya. What are yogic Kriyas? Are the internal cleaning process. We have nose cleaning called Neti, Jalaneti, Sutraneti, Kritaneti, Dugdhaneti. And we have stomach cleaning called Dhauti, Jaladhauti, Vastra Dhauti, Danda Dhauti. And we have intestine cleaning called Shankha Prakshalana. So we not clean by putting any object into it, but only through water. So the idea is to drink water and do these 4 asanas. Those 4 asanas are so designed that the water is forced down, down, down. And also those 4 asanas act on the various organs in the body, like the kidneys, so that the cleaning process will be effective, and after some time you will get motions. You go on drinking glass of water, warm water, salt, and do this 4 asanas, again drink, again do, again drink, again do. So finally you get colorless water in your motion, which is a big process, which we are not doing today. We are only doing those 4 asanas, which are the components of the Shankha-Prakshalana process. The actual Shankha-Prakshalana, we may do a mini Shankha-Prakshalana after 1 week or 10 days. So the first asana among the 4, they are all there in the book. I have already sent you my book. This book is there, in which all the asanas are there. So first, I will be doing the first asana of Shankha-Prakshalana asana, which is called Sarpasana. So Sarpasana is nothing but So you first lie down on your chest and then get up on your hands. So it will become Sarvasana. Don't touch the knees to the ground. Breathe out and turn back. Breathe in and come out. Whenever you breathe out, you pull the abdomen inside. Whenever you breathe in, you push it forward. So you have seen Sarvasana. Now you will see the Urdhva Hastasana. Whenever you breathe in, you pull the abdomen inside. Third is Katichakrasana. Keep the hands forward, feet apart. Take deep breath in the center and revolve back, breathing out. Six times each side. Total 12 times. And the last fourth is Udarakarshana. Sit like this, with your hands on your knees. And then bend. So now go to Shavasana. Okay, now I will show you some of the other standing postures. So we have the Tadasana. Keep your hands like this and then lift your legs. Breathing in up and breathing out down. And we have the Trikonasana. Is very popular. Stretch your legs and keep your hands and touch the toes with hands. Left and also alternatively also. Breathe out and go down and breathe in and come up. Go to Shavasana once again. Take deep breathing. Feel the breath going in and coming out and do yoga nidra on your own. I'm not going to explain. Once again now. Okay, slowly get up and sit down and do pranayama. Breathe in through the left and breathe out to the right. Again, breathe in to the right and breathe out to the left for next 10 minutes. So I told you last time that Bhastrika Pranayamam. I've showed you yesterday Bhastrika Pranayam. And Kapalabhati is also there. The only one difference between Bhastrika and Kapalabhati, you'll try to understand today. Both are same more or less. Kapalabhati is not a pranayama, but it is a kriya. There are 6 kriyas or techniques for internal cleaning. Neti, Dhauti. Sankaprakshalna is also Varisara Dhauti. And Kapalabhati, Nauli, Basti, and Tratakam. Tratakam is for the eyes. Basti is for the rectum. It is like equivalent of enema. Pulling the water through the anus and ejecting it out. So now the Kapalabhati is one of the kriyas. It is not a pranayama, though some people present it as a pranayama. So the real pranayama is Bhastrika instead of Kapalabhati. The main difference between the two, both when you breathe out, the abdomen should go inside like this, and when you breathe in, it will come forward. In the case of Kapalabhati, abdomen will come forward on its own without your conscious effort or force. Whereas in Bhastrika, abdomen will come forward with your conscious force or effort. So you push the abdomen forward. This is Bhastrika. Whereas in Kapalabhati, you just leave it loose after it will come on its own without your effort. So that is the only difference, otherwise both are same. Bhastrika is more elaborate with many stages and steps. I've already shown you. Do pranayama for another 5 minutes. Left to right and right to left. This is called Nadi Shodhan Pranayama or Anulom Vilam Pranayama or Sukha Pranayama. It is for general upkeep of the nervous system. We also do the sectional breathing, upper chest breathing. Only through upper chest inhale and exhale. Then mid chest breathing, only through mid chest. Then abdominal breathing. Again. All the three together. We'll go for meditation now. Start with observing your thoughts. If any negative thoughts are there, observe them until they become weak and replace them with their opposites, positive thoughts. Whatever be negative, like anger with love and greed with charity in your own mind, inside yourself. Jealousy with affection and pride with humility. Now watch your breath. Feel the breath going in and coming out. Now third stage is Soham, just the sound of So and Hum with inhalation, exhalation. So Hum, So Hum. देहो देवालय प्रोक्तो जीवो देव सनातनः त्यजेद अज्ञान निर्माल्यं सोहम भावेन पूजयेत्. Soham, Soham, So, 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 So. हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्. हंसो नाम सदाशिवः. This Hamsa is nothing but Sadashiva, and Hamsa is nothing but Soham. Soham is nothing but Shivoham. Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Okay, now we have discussed previously Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, all these yogas. I will now discuss a little bit about their combinations or interactions, how they are connected with each other. In Bhakti Yoga, there is Dvaitam to start with. That is, I am different. Bhagavan, Ishvara, Brahman is different. And yoga means joining. I am there and God is there. So the joining link is yoga. So in Bhakti Yoga, there is total submission of the ego, and finally joining is only one exists, and that is Bhagavan or Ishvara, Brahman. That is the Bhakti Yoga process. In Raja Yoga, of course, Karma Yoga is nothing but having the submission of the ego. So it is very much similar to Bhakti Yoga. Only difference is you need not have faith in Ishvara or Bhagavan or God in Karma Yoga. You can still do Karma Yoga by just giving Sarva Karma Paratyagam Tatah Kuru Yatatmavan. So even without faith and bhakti, the process of surrender of the ego and performing all actions without attachment of the result is the same between Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. So coming to the main Raja Yoga and Jnana Yoga, which are the crucial, because the Jnana Yoga is telling a top-down approach. So when you look from the top, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, everything is Brahman. And then Ayamatma Brahma, obviously when everything is Brahman, this self, individual self is also Brahman. So therefore you are that Tattvamasi. and therefore I am that I am Brahmasmi. So these are the 4 Mahavakyas, based on which the Vedanta Darshana, Jnana Yoga process is presented, where the complete rejection of the existence of Jiva or individual is the sum and substance, which indirectly means the submission of the ego and rejection of the existence of the universe as it appears to the senses, because the universe appears differently to different individuals at the same time, and the same individual differently at different times. So it is nothing but the image which is arising inside the mind, which is being projected outside as reality. So there is what is called Ajativada, which is the basis for Advaita Vedanta of the Yoga Vasishtha and Avadhuta Gita and Rupa Gita and Ashtavakra Gita also, is that the universe does not exist. It is only your mind, your projection of your own mind, the impressions in like in dream, similarity to dream. Ajativada, universe never existed, it never exists. It is only your own mental impressions which are projected outside, like it happens in the dream. Even waking state is like a dream. Samsara swapna tulyohi, raga dveshadi sankulaha, swakale satyavat bhati. It appears as if it is real in its own time. Like in dream also, nobody till today realized that he is dreaming when he is dreaming. So when he comes out of the dream, only he realizes that it was a dream. So similarly, in this dream, the big dream, mega dream, you are dreaming, they know not truth to dream, such vacant dreams as father, mother, children, wife, and friend. The sexless self, whose self is he and whose mother is he? So, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Brahman is the only truth, and that is Bhagavan, Ishvara in lower levels. Brahman is the universal level, and the rest is all a temporary illusion, appears to be real, feels to be real at that point of time, and then becomes unreal after some time. We have seen in our own life many things like that. People whom we love or people who love us will also start hating us, will also insult us, will also make us feel bad, and there will be hatred developed. So everything is transitive. Now, not that the hatred is permanent, hatred also will go away, something else will come. So we have seen that happening, and we have also seen how life is ephemeral. So many people died during COVID. Daily people are dying. So everything is temporary and therefore illusory. One interpretation of Maya or illusion is not real or permanent. So na asato vidyate bhavo, no bhavo vidyate sataha. The Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, he said, something which is real cannot stop being existent, and something which is unreal or temporarily appearing cannot become real. Na asato vidyate bhavo, no bhavo vidyate sataha. So those who knows the tattva, they understand what is real and what is unreal. That is why it is called Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekam. So all the objects in the universe, including human beings, relationships, money, property, everything is temporary. It has got a time, beginning and end. Everything has to end. All good things have to end. So it is not permanent. Because it is not permanent, it cannot be real in the real sense. It is real only for that period of time. You know, we have friendships when you travel in train. The person sitting next to you will become very close friend of you for the entire journey. If it is 24 hours, 24 hours. After that, he will go on his own way and you will go on your own way. So in this way, everything is temporary. Even in life, the relationships between family members are based on the past karma, Runanubandha Rupena, Sati Putrikala, Sutadeha, all the relationships are based on Runanubandham. So once that Runanubandham is completed, it is gone. Everybody goes in their own way. Because the previous life is different. In the previous life, you had some other relationships. As in the case of Arjuna's grief upon Abhimanyu's death. Lord Krishna takes Arjuna to heaven to make him see Abhimanyu there so that his grief will reduce. So when they go and meet Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu says, "Who are you?" So Arjuna says, "I am your father." He says, "I have had many lives. In which life you are my father, I don't remember. You might have been, I'm not denying that. I had many lives, many fathers. In which life are you my father?" So Arjuna gets totally shocked. So all these, only for this life, our relationships are true. Suppose in this online Sanatana Dhamma course, only for 3 months that relationship will be there. After that, everybody is on their own. So all the relationships are temporary and therefore they are not real. So the only reality is the self, that is I, myself, not the ego, but pure consciousness, which is the Brahman itself. I am Atma Brahma. So that realization is moksha. Brahmaivaham natu samsari shivoham naham deho nendriyanyantarangam nahankara pranavargo na buddhidhara vatsakshetravittadi dura sakshi nitya pratyagatma shivoham. Nitya pratyagatma shivoham. To realize that you are Shiva is the ultimate liberation, which is already there. It's not that it is coming newly. Only due to your own ignorance, you forgot. Age Brahman Banu Tatamunu Marchi, Rati ki Mukyadar Intakantanu Vintagalada. So, forgetting that you are Brahman, you worship stones. Is it not a wonder? Is there any greater wonder than this? So, to realize your true nature, that you are Brahman, moment you realize, the very second you will be liberated. But again, you may be captured by Maya. That is a separate story. So every time you have to get liberated, and my mother gave me her last instruction to me, never get detached or disconnected from the realization that you are Brahman, you are Shiva, you are not this body, you are not Jiva. So Shivoham, Brahmaivaham, Nat Samsari. So that continuous repetition is Jnana Yoga meditation, Jnana Yoga sadhana. Now, of course, immediately the question arises, how is it possible? It is not only a concept. So you can say that. So that's why Raja Yoga is there. In Raja Yoga, the mind is totally stopped. Ashtanga Yoga, Patanjali, which we are all studying through the various techniques of Yogangas, Yoganga Anushtana, which Shaya, the impurities will be diluted or eliminated, and Viveka Akhyate, Viveka Vairagya, when they are together, as you know, the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, they are depicted in the Raja Yoga Ashtangas. What are the Sadhana Chatushtayas? Shamadama, the Shatka Sampatti, Shik, Shamadama, Titiksha, Uparati. So there are 6 principles of starting with peace and discipline and self-control. And then Nitya Vastu Vivekam is second one. To know what is real and what is unreal, what is permanent and what is not permanent. And then Ihamutra Bhalabhoga Virakti, disgust from all the objects of desires of life, this life or the life in the next level, that is in the other worlds. Total renunciation, Vairagyam. And then Mumukshutvam, you should have a strong willpower and desire to become liberated, because you are disgusted with life, with its vicissitudes, you want to be liberated. So that is mumukshatvam. If you have all these 4 or 6 qualities, Samadabad Shatka Sampatti, Yamutra Phalavoga Virakti, Nitya Vastu Vivekam, mumukshatvam. This is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. If you have this, then only it is possible for you to have the Jnana Yoga realization. So in the Raja Yoga, we are adopting those things step by step, in small steps, implementing the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti in the Ashtanga Yoga And finally, it is the same thing. The mind is samadho. That is when you are able to control your mind. You are able to be in yourself. My mother also gave me her last instruction that being in yourself itself is liberation. Being in yourself is not a joke, because your mind will take you out to so many things. Your senses will take you out to the external world. Being in yourself undisturbed, that is samadhi, either by stopping the breath or through meditation or through any other process. If you are in yourself without any thoughts, without any distractions of any kind, then that itself is liberation. In our meditation, you might have seen for a few seconds, your mind may be totally still down. Yogas chitta vritti nirodha tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam vritti sarupe vikarata. All other times, you are identifying with your own thoughts, falsely identifying with objects of world which are nothing but thoughts. So stopping the mind, vasanakshaya manonasha tattvajnanavashat jnanaraksha tapasiddhi sarvasamatvam dukkha nivritti. That is the sequence. So when the vasanas are destroyed, mind is destroyed, then the tattvajnana has been assimilated. Jnana raksha, tapas siddhi, tapas has seen the fruit. Sarva samatvam dukkha nivritti. You will be equanimous and you have no sorrow. That is liberated state. Jivan mukta state. I hope we will achieve that state either in this life as much as possible, if not next life. Now I will go into again the discussion we have had yesterday, the meditation discussion. There is a whole theory here. Different types of meditation, ultimately reaching the cosmic consciousness. And there are many institutions which are teaching, and they all appropriate you. Once you go to one fellow, you cannot go to any other fellow. They'll absorb you, they'll appropriate you. And sometimes they may enslave you also. You may become a slave of a particular organization or a particular, like Brahma Kumaris. Some people, they go there, they never come back, they don't get married. If they're married, they'll give up their marriage relationships. They'll do gross injustice to other members of the family and society. And they will be totally captured by the organization for whole life. So these are dangerous tendencies. In fact, J. Krishnamurti was one person, G.T. Krishnamurti, who insisted that organized religion is enslaving nowadays, not necessarily always. Not just religion, but even the gurus. Now, in the last 100 years, what has happened is, due to the British influence, the traditional practices or traditional culture of the Shankar Mats was diluted to the extent that all kinds of people started penetrating into the arena and then capturing the people and totally pocketing them, so to say, appropriating them. We have so many Babas and so many Gurus and so many, I don't want to mention any names. So some of them are in jail. Some of them have been proved to be frauds. And we also have so many organizations which have also been criticized nowadays in social networks. Very few organizations are left uncriticized. Like Ramakrishna Mission, no criticism has ever seen on Ramakrishna Mission. So the basic foundation of spiritual life, Ramakrishna Mission, is all the important personalities have gone through Ramakrishna Mission. Even most of the population have all gone through Ramakrishna Mission. No complaints have ever been received. And Chinmaya Mission also. Only thing is, in Chinmaya Mission, they are purely theoretical, and Ashram Vidyapit also purely theoretical. There is no practical aspect. So, Ramsham Mission covers everything at the basic level, entry level. It is perfect, and beyond that, they leave it to the individual. And some people go and get appropriated by institutions like Brahma Kumaris, who are not exactly Hindus. They have diluted and distorted the theory and put in their own favor their gurus. Guru himself is God, they are saying, their particular founder. Even Adi Shankaracharya never said, I am God. He said, he is known as Shankara Bhagavat Pada. He is at the feet of the Lord. So some people, they say, I am God, so you worship me, like that, personality cult. So it is not very different from personality cult in many other institutions of religion and politics, which is not correct. So in our traditional knowledge systems, the Sanatana Dharma, there is no personality cult. It is a particular sadhana marga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, raja yoga, karma yoga, etc., etc. Bhagavad Gita is covering all the different things. So now there are some units here. For example, value education. There is a unit 9. So what are values and how we can introduce values, how the yoga system introduces values. The concept of value is gaining importance because of the present unwholesome condition of society, where higher values are given scant recognition. You know how political system has been corrupted. Even the spiritual system has been corrupted. The people who have no values, they become the gurus and they get arrested. They get into scams and scandals. It's shocking. And they are yet gurus for millions of people. So very few institutions are free from such slander, and very few gurus are free from such slander. Even on J. Krishnamurti, there is a slander, and Dhiren Brahmachari had a slander. So it's very dangerous because you have to maintain your principles. Our Guru, my Guru Swami Shilananda Bhakti used to say, his name itself is Shilananda. That is your value system, is the supreme. If you are able to maintain your character and value system as highest, then that is the final test of your sincerity or genuineness. You may have big institutions, big properties, but then your values have been questioned. There are people who are attacking you. There are court cases against you, and you will be arrested sometimes and come out of the jail after some time. This kind of a thing is common for politicians, but it is now becoming common for gurus also, unfortunately. It's a shameful thing. So values and ethical principles and moral values are the highest. So let us discuss on the values. So it is necessary and worth understanding what are value. What is a value? Value is associated with what fulfills or has the capacity to fulfilling the needs of man, which might be physical, psychological, or spiritual. And yes, the need of the man can be either physical or psychological or spiritual. Whatever be the need of the man, the value will be able to satisfy or meet the requirements of such needs. It will fulfill such needs, like you have need of hunger, need of security, recognition, Maslow need hierarchy. So Maslow need hierarchy, the highest in the hierarchy is the self-actualization. So self-actualization can be reached through value-based lifestyle and success in life. So life has a value. It is not accidental, having no purpose or aim. This is another big problem nowadays. Many youth, because of their bad habits of sitting through night and Even most of the youth drink and take drugs. So they lost the purpose of life. They'll ask, why should I live? What is the purpose of my life? All kinds of thoughts they get. This feeling of being valuable in the cornerstone of self-discipline. So life is a value. First, you should understand your life itself is a big valuable thing. It is not just accidental. It's not that just, today you are sitting in front of me and listening to this accidentally by chance. It is a value proposition. This course has a value. This lecture has a value. This 3 months online Sanatana Dharma course has great value. In fact, no such course is being offered anywhere. And every activity, like you have your child, your son, is a great value. Your wife, if you know the value, and your husband or whatever, the supreme value of these relationships. And the value of being in this country. I have lived abroad and I have come back. I know what it means. Abroad, you will not be recognized as a normal citizen. You will be considered as second or third class citizen. So being in your own country, your country value, all these values, the vilua, what is its worth? What is its value? We understand the value of anything after it is lost. I understand my mother's value much more after she is no more. So I understand the value of my country when you go outside the country. So I understand the value of a particular relationship when that relationship is missing. So we take for granted, and familiarity breeds to contempt. And people are, parents are insulted, and without knowing, of course, the son or daughter themselves are going through turmoil. So life is not accidental. It is not having no purpose or no aim. The feeling of being valuable is the cornerstone of self-discipline. First, you should feel your own value. The whole philosophy of Shivoham, Soham is your value. You are the greatest value for yourself. Self-respect, self-esteem, self-valuation is the most important requirement. One will take care of oneself in all ways that are necessary if one considers oneself as valuable and your relationships as valuable, your family members as valuable, your property, how you are taking care of your car, for example. Your car, you will be taking care very well because its value. But are you taking care similarly the relationships with your family members, parents or children or friends or any other? The meaninglessness of life results in mental depression, and when it is acute, it results in suicide. People commit suicide. In psychology, we have psychiatry. Depression is a psychiatric condition. And then, of course, opposite of depression is elevation and stress, distress and eustress. So by yoga practice, you can overcome such temporary extremes. When we do not value our own life, we do not value others' lives, and the result is an aggressive tendency. In fact, when depression is changed, it will become aggression. And that is all psychiatry, psychological disorders. And of course, schizophrenia is another big psychological disorder, having illusions. And then they take drugs to complicate matters further. And sex is playing a very important role in the whole process. No sex is a problem, and not having proper sexual relationship is another problem. Life is valuable for achieving some higher ideals, the highest of which is godliness. So what for you are born, why you are born. Some people think, it was a big mistake that I was born. And some mothers also say, I made a mistake in delivering this child. These are all words of psychological disorders, depressions. So the purpose of life is to get moksha, self-realization. So everyone wants to be strong and powerful, and nobody wants to be weak. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. At the end of meditation, I explained to you the other day, you feel the confidence, the infinite power within you. Even though I may not be perfectly truthful, I do not want others to tell the lie. So now we have different set of rules for ourselves and for others. We don't want to be following our own rules, but we want others to follow our own rules. So we all love truth, and the absolute truth is God. So there's nobody who doesn't want truth. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. God himself is the final truth. Just as the real purpose of a seed is to manifest a tree within it, taking the help of other accessories such as water, etc. Man's real purpose of life is to manifest this ideal of God within himself, taking advantage of all the necessities that are provided in life. So to express your divinity, as Swami Vivekananda said, every individual is potentially divine. You are divine, and to manifest that divinity, this life is an opportunity, so you can manifest that divinity in all your activities. Worldly ideals such as acquiring wealth, power, and position will not give real meaning to life. They may give up to some point, not beyond that. For they are less valuable than life itself. Life is more valuable than anything in this world. And since it is human life that gives value to everything, so whatever life we have balance left, let us utilize it with great value. So to achieve a real sense of fulfillment, and when we pursue the spiritual ideal, which alone will give real meaning to life. So there are intrinsic values and instrumental values. Everything that possesses the capacity to directly fulfill some need of man is of intrinsic value. A book is of an instrumental value, but ideas contained in it are of intrinsic value. Since they enrich the personality, properly assimilated. Though it is obvious that intrinsic value is more important than instrumental value, the latter takes possession of the human mind, relegating the intrinsic value to a secondary position. That is what is the problem. The instrumental value becomes dominant. It takes control over you rather than the intrinsic value. And sale value and real value, you know that also marketing. External appearance and attractiveness of the object determines the sale value. On the other hand, the usefulness and durability refers to the real value. So everything in this world is not true. It is all marketing. It is all projection. Even in the field of yoga and spirituality, all the people who are projecting themselves as great teachers, they are not what they project. They're something else. Some of them have been exposed, some of them have not been exposed. So my basic question is, if somebody is running after money, if you are making money out of spirituality, how you can be genuine? You answer this question. All these different institutions, different organizations, which are running after money, they charge huge fees for teaching yoga, for teaching spirituality, for teaching philosophy, for teaching how to get liberated. They'll charge you fees, huge fees. Is that correct? So that is itself an indication of a fraud. Most of these cases are frauds. The sale value is being projected and the real value is being suppressed. What one is in reality is different from what one appears to be. You know, the man and the mask. People keep a mask to project something else than what they're actually. So people talk sweetly, they mislead. That's a common thing. In fact, I've actually seen that in some places, some regions, people speak only lies. They don't speak truth. Because they know if they speak truth, there will be a lot of problems. The image that a man projects before the public is his sale value. What he actually is real value. We have seen this in politics. Politicians project great images. And it is also happening in the world of spirituality. Unfortunately, in these modern times, the Kali Yuga Prabhava. Then we have different categories of values. We have material values, we have aesthetic values, we have educational values, ethical values, spiritual values. So we will discuss more detail tomorrow. And next week, I'm not there. I'm going through some process. I'll be in total silence. So next next week, whole week, Brijbhushan Purohit and Ravi Kumar, who are my associates in the Vishwa Vidyapit, will take the yoga classes. So whole of next week, I will be absent. So tomorrow, I will give my lecture as the last lecture for the present till after next to next week, Monday, we'll again meet. So we close now. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhav Bhavet Sarvesham Swastik Bhavat Sarvesham Shanti Bhavat Sarvesham Purnam Bhavat Sarvesham Bhavat Loka Samstha Sukhino Bhavat Loka Samstha Sukhino Bhavat Loka Samstha Sukhino Bhavat. So I'm finished. If you have time, you can have questions. Otherwise, close. There is no time.
Okay. Thank you. I think somebody has raised the hand. So let us take the question. Gupta Garu.
Yes.
I think I have to unmute him 1 minute. Okay.
Namaskar Mahoday. You have given a wonderful introduction to Dvaita and Advaita. But I am having a doubt. What is the difference between these things and Visishtadvaita, Suddhadvaita, and Dvaitadvaita? Will you please elaborate in a simple terms?
I cannot elaborate in such a short period. They're all big theories. So basically, to summarize 3 things, I will summarize. I and God are 2 different. This is Dvaita. Okay. So I and God are one and the same. Is Advaita. And I and God are different, but we will come close and merge is called Visishtadvaita. This is the sum and substance in just one sentence, but each one is a big hundreds and hundreds of pages of theories. So you have to study all those things. They're all based on each other. Like there is no Visishtadvaita without Advaita. So everything is a research extension. So don't worry about those things. They're all good. We respect all the acharyas. They're all our gurus. You follow any one of them or one or more of them, doesn't matter. But they're all based, it's all research extension based on the first one. First one is Advaita of Shankaracharya, then Visishtadvaita, then Dvaita. And like this in history of about 2000 years, different theories have been proposed. But we don't have to get lost because each one will take a long time to understand. But basically, this is what it is. Okay, next.
Dhanyavad.
I think nobody else has any question. Thank you for the day. We'll meet tomorrow. Now let's have Prarthana. Ananthanji. Unmute, no? Unmute yourself.
Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaah O Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmanas Santu Nirbhayah Aputran Putrinas Santu Pautrinah Adanas Sadanas Santu Jivantu Sharadam Shatam Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। नमस्कार।
ధన్యవాదములండి అనంతన్ గారు. Now we will request Challa Chittibabu garu to sing Janaganamana. All of you, let us all sing Janaganamana. Stand up, mute yourself.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय हिंद।
Jai Hind.
जय हिंद।